Next on Worcester News tonight, 1 month after an East Brookfield woman is killed in a hit-and-run crash, her daughter is pleading for the driver to come forward. Plus, one local veteran and his family will spend the holidays in their new home, thanks to a local organization. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. A Worcester elementary school holding a celebration Thursday to highlight the hard work of young students who raise money for Puerto Rico. Norback Elementary raised close to $3,000. Students did this by recycling 600 bottles and sending them to families asking for change in return. The effort was led by a 5th grade student whose family is in Puerto Rico and lost their home. He decided he wanted to do something about it.
At first it was just for my family, but then I was thinking of all the other people, so I decided to help them with the coin drive. There was a lot of wrecked houses and roads, so I think this money that everybody collected would help them.
I'm very proud of him because he took initiative, he took all the strength.
I was at a loss for words, but honestly, the whole thing almost made me cry. Seeing all the kids and seeing this effort and seeing this love just poured out to the Puerto Rican community is overwhelming in my heart.
City Councilor Sarai Rivera says this young man put a challenge to the rest of the city, saying if a 9-year-old can lead an initiative to raise thousands of dollars for a great cause, then everyone can help in some way. Christmas is less than 1 month away. It's a time many look forward to year-round, but it can also be a tough time for families in need. The Worcester County Sheriff's Department is doing their part to try and assist those who may need extra help this holiday season. Our Cam Jandro now joins us live with more. Cam?
Yeah, Anna, the Fidelity Bank Worcester Ice Center was full of people donating toys for Christmas, and in return, they got to have a little fun. The Worcester County Sheriff's Office and Worcester Railers hit the ice for charity. The Fidelity Bank Worcester Ice Center offered free skating Thursday for anyone who donated an unwrapped gift to Toys for Tots. The event was the first of its kind, and Sheriff Lou Evangelitis says it's a unique way to give back.
We know the need is there. No matter how many we get, we never feel we have enough. So what we did is we set up tonight's event is for people to actually come out and skate for free on this beautiful new rink, and all you have to do is bring a toy for the tots.
Christmas is less than a month away, and thousands of families will be in need of toys. For Evangelitis, events like this are his favorite part of the job.
You get to really get to know this community. And I don't mean just Worcester. You get to know this whole county. And this is a special place. People look out for each other. People actually donate and help each other, whether it be any season of the year.
Gifts collected at the event will go to the city's Boys and Girls Club, the Friendly House, and the Guild of St. Agnes. Railers players even visited Toys R Us and bought $500 worth of toys to donate. Goalie Eamon McAdams says he's glad to help the city he plays pro hockey for.
We've been given such an awesome experience and opportunity just to be here and be able to play hockey for a living. So I think it's pretty key for us to try and give back as much as we can.
The event was just the first of the Sheriff's toy drives this year. And with Santa making his trip in just a few weeks, Evangelitis hopes he can help brighten the spirits in Worcester County.
And as sheriff, you get to meet these special people, and it's a blessing. And this is just one example of all the great things that are done all over this community on a daily basis. It really is.
Now, Evangelitis says they were expecting hundreds of toys to be dropped off today, and with such a great turnout, they may even have to do it again next year. And I'll tell you what, Anna, I really should have brought my skates out today.
I would have loved to have seen that. You always have next year. Thanks, Kim. Christmas came early for one Worcester veteran and his family, thanks to Habitat for Humanity. Navy veteran Steve Uvanetti, his wife Lindsay, and their 3 children were handed over the key to their brand new home on Etna Street on Thursday. Originally from Massachusetts, the family was living in North Carolina when their home was destroyed by a hurricane. They then moved back to Mass, where they were homeless for a short while before moving into an apartment they later discovered had lead and asbestos. The family says they're so grateful to be chosen to live in this home.
Everything's not always happy, and sometimes things go wrong, and I know that they'll have a stable home, an affordable home, that no matter what goes wrong, you're going to be able to come here and you're going to know that those doors are yours, always. So that, for me, is the biggest thing.
The project is the second build as part of Habitat's neighborhood revitalization of the Union Hill area of Worcester. The organization plans to continue building in Union Hill to have lasting improvements on the area. As for the Uvanettis, they'll be closing on the house December 15th. The Josh Thibodeau Helping Hearts Foundation teamed up with UMass Memorial Healthcare pediatric cardiologists Thursday night to conduct heart screenings for high school students at Worcester Tech. The foundation is dedicated to raising awareness in preventing sudden cardiac death in children and adolescents. The screening includes checking a person's blood pressure, heart sounds, and electrocardiogram. The Thibodeau family started the program after their son Josh died of an undiagnosed heart condition. Ralph Thibodeau says these screenings are so important because many times heart conditions go undetected.
Are not rare. Kids pass away. Typically, one kid every 3 days passes away in the world. If you told me this 6 years ago, that a seemingly healthy 12-year-old kid is going to collapse and pass away, I would say you're nuts. And I've lived it. It's miserable.
This is the 7th heart screening the foundation and UMass have teamed up for. To date, the Thibodeau Foundation has donated more than 30 AEDs throughout central Massachusetts. Switching gears, the Assumption College football team's historic season is still alive, and today the team got a send-off for their next big game. Dozens of students and faculty wished players good luck as they hit the road for Pennsylvania Thursday. The Hounds will face off against number 1 seed Indiana University in the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. The game marks the farthest the program has made in its 50-year history. Head coach Bob Chesney says his team is ready.
I don't think they're nervous about it. I don't think they're worried about it. I think that they're locked in, they're focused, and they understand that they had the chance to be here almost 3 years in a row. And that certainly is just a testament to just how hard they've worked and how much they work together as a team. And we're going to need a lot of that on Saturday.
Assumption and Indiana will kick off Saturday at noon. Police in East Brookfield and the Massachusetts State Police stepping up their efforts to find a vehicle of interest in a fatal hit and run. This week, police again posted pictures of the vehicle on social media. The October crash claimed the life of a Worcester woman, and tonight we're hearing from her daughter. Our Rosalind Flaherty has more on her message to whoever is responsible for this tragedy.
I know she can never physically hug me again, but I feel like I have a part of her close to my heart.
Erica Paradis wears her mother's fingerprint around her neck. It's been a month since her mom, Lisa Germain, was killed in a hit-and-run crash in East Brookfield. State police re-released pictures of a car they're looking for.
Just praying that someone can find it in their heart to come forward. Somebody has to know something.
The 54-year-old left blues night at a tavern on October 29th and was trying to cross Route 9 during a storm.
When we're driving, we're looking at different vehicles for damage, and we're always looking around, and that's not the life that I want to live, and it's surely not the life my mom would want me to live.
Paradis says her mom loved to sing and dance, often going to places where she could listen to live music. The two were best friends. Paradis followed in her footsteps, becoming a nurse, and they both worked at the same hospital.
It's difficult to be there now because I miss talking to my mom, but it's also special to be there because she loved that I was there.
She wants the driver responsible to do the right thing so she and her family can finally have closure.
Nothing's ever going to bring my mom back, but we need answers.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
If you recognize the car or know any information, you're asked to call state police. A 22-year-old man is recovering after being accidentally shot by his grandfather. The incident happened Wednesday afternoon in Southbridge. Police say the men were target shooting in the area of Tipton Rock Road when the grandson was shot in the chest with a .22 caliber rifle. According to police, the grandson says he accidentally stepped in front of his grandfather while he was shooting. He was conscious when officers arrived on scene and told them it wasn't his grandfather's fault. Anna Maria College hosting the Clothesline Project Thursday to raise awareness for victims of domestic violence. The project was started in 1990 by a group of women in Hyannis, Massachusetts, and it's now an annual event at the college. Our Brittany Schaefer was there today and has the details.
There were more than 300 shirts on display at the college with personal messages from students who have been victims of domestic violence. Organizers say with the recent spotlight on sexual harassment, they want even more voices to be heard. Hundreds of t-shirts hang at Anna Maria College Thursday to bring awareness to victims of domestic violence. In 2011, Professor Tracy Casey and students in her sexual assault class started the project at the college.
Students brought in plain t-shirts and markers and so forth, and we invited anyone who was here on campus that day to create a t-shirt. So a lot of the t-shirts that you see are actual stories that people were willing to share.
Casey has been presenting the Clothesline Project on campus ever since. She says it's important for victims' voices to be heard.
Just hearing people's stories, I mean, even just being here during the day, people will come up to me and share their personal story. And often it's a similar story of, I never told anyone. It just really brings to light why I keep doing this.
It really is a great thing to see it on a small campus, especially like this.
Senior Maria Guerreri stopped to see the t-shirts and says some stories are hard to read.
There are no words to describe how sad it is, how angry it makes me that abuse is still a thing today. Horrible stuff is happening every day.
Casey says in the United States, every 9 seconds, a woman is assaulted or beaten. Casey says with the recent spotlight on sexual assault in the media, the Clothesline Project couldn't have come at a better time.
I think it really speaks volumes of how far we've come from the 1980s, 1990s, and even the early 2000s when we didn't talk about this. Whether it's someone to tell their story or a law change or a new program implemented, or someone being able to hear these stories, really at the end of the day, we're winning this battle.
Now, because those t-shirts were made in 2011, Casey says many of the statistics are now outdated and have even gotten worse over the years. Brittany Schaefer with